heavy after the night celebration. Silvie stepped forward and touched the leather cover of the books that had come from Tila.
All of what we went through, for these books? We nearly gave our lives for them. What would happen if we opened one?
We can't, Johnis said. He still hadn't told them of his horrific visions. Too dangerous. He wasn't convinced they were just visions. The power is terrible.
There are 5 more books, Darsal said.
I don't see how we can find 5 more books, if the last few days are any measure, Billos said. Johnis looked up at him. Do we have a choice?
You always have a choice,
a voice said on their right. There, on the railing, perched Makal, the leader of the large, fuzzy, bat-like creatures they called Rausch. Gabil, his humorous friend, floated in on wide, white wings and landed delicately on the rail beside Makal.
"Hello, friends," he said. "Care for a karate lesson?"
"Honestly, Gabil," Billos said, grinning,
"your moves are made for flying bats. Unless you can teach us to fly, we're at a loss."
"Really? Well, maybe I can teach you to fly. It might cause a few bumps and bruises, though, and I can't promise you that you will ever actually fly, but you must learn my karate. If that's the only way—"
"Please forgive my friend's eagerness," Makal said. "Now, I suggest you get your story straight and prepare to go after the next book. Gabil, we should get back. We still have wounded to care for."
Gabil fluttered off. "Practice your moves," he cried. "I'll test you soon."
"Oh," Makal said, turning back. He withdrew something from his belt and set it on the railing. A silver ring. "I almost forgot this. We found it in the desert with a piece of cloth. It was placed there today." Then he whooshed into the darkness. Johnis stepped forward and lifted the ring. He recognized it immediately.
"My mother's ring." "Your mother's?" Silvie asked. "Makal wanted you to know that the Horde took it?"
But Johnis didn't think that was what Makal had meant by leaving the ring. Sweat beaded on his forehead.
"She's alive."
"I thought she was killed months ago," Billos said.
"They never recovered her body."
You mean she's a scab now?" The possibilities swirled through Johnis's mind. Scab or not, she was his mother, and the thought that she was, at this moment, alive was almost too much to bear. Mother was alive. Johnis lay on his bed, near dawn, unable to sleep for the voice that haunted his mind, his mother's voice. "I love you, Johnis. You are my life, Johnis." He opened his eyes and stared at the reed thatchwork in the ceiling. The house was built out of timbers and had carved planks. The inside was mostly flattened reed walls that flexed easily when pushed. A wood dresser and the bed he lay on made up the room's furniture, simple but perfectly functional. His fingers rubbed the silver ring in his tunic pocket. Mother's ring. Rosa's ring. She'd been killed by the Horde months ago, leaving him in utter despair. His father, Ramos, a widower, and his sister, Kiela, motherless, or so he'd come to believe. His mother was alive. Johnis stared at the soft dawn light that filtered through the window, and rehearsed the events that had led up to this moment, still not sure if he could truly believe it all. It had started with the council's decision to invite all 16- and 17-year-olds worth their salt to join the Forest Guard. 1,000 had been chosen, and by some impossible turn of events, Johnis had found himself leading a band of 3 other unlikely heroes who were sent on a final test. Billos, who was 17, Darsal, also 17, and Silvie, who was 16, like Johnis. Together they had struck out to the forest's edge to recover 4 Catalina cacti and return by nightfall as ordered by the Supreme Commander. But it was not to be. Disaster had changed their course. They'd been to hell and survived, and then returned to a great many cheers and a celebration that had ended just a few hours ago. But they had also returned with a terrible secret that had to stay among the 4. Not a word to anyone else, Makal had said. The eyes of the chosen 4 had been opened to see the unseen forests and deserts as they really were, populated by beings from the legends, the evil Shitaiki bats from the deep desert, and the furry white Rausch who lived in the trees. Not a word to anyone, Makal had said. Not a word about the Shitaiki, or the Rausch, or their mission to find the 7 books.